Get me some damage output, baby. How much are we doing? This is like, what, 5 enemies? This is where she excels in, I would say. Look at that. Oh my gosh. This is probably like 3 million now. Yeah, 3.1 million, man. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Well, this is her animation. We can see the whole mech there. The sheer scale of this character is kind of just insane. Well, hello, internet. Today we have what I hope is not the end of the character. We've got Himeko Nova. If they're gonna get us a final lesson again, man, I swear to God. Well, before we start, everybody's here for the Create Experience server, and yeah, we will be having a showcase of this character. It's one of the fan favorites. We got Himeko. Always, anytime, let's just show you the text first. You can pause to take a read, but otherwise I'll just like bring you through them later with a showcase. She does quite a lot of things in terms of just reading her, you know, skill. There's a lot of words there, but you'll get the hang of it soon. And yeah, we have the classical black coffee that apparently doesn't taste good. That looks like a drug. Why does it burn like that? And this will be a light cone. These are the texts. It's a solid light cone, and I do recommend giving her one limited one. There are options though other than this. I'll post a guide soon about it. And in terms of her relics, you'll be using the 4-piece S Navigator IC Season, and then there's the 2-piece Fallen Star. As for main stat, you'll be looking for crit rate, crit damage, attack percent, fire damage orb, and then ERR or attack percent rope. The stat line you get from that is kind of similar to like a normal, you know, direct attack scaling damage tier, which it's been a while since we had something like that, since, you know, we have Elation Squad, we have like all the HP chain stuff. This is like standard stuff from like way before classical Star Rail. And as for the Eidolons, here we go. And classically as well, usually with like main DPSs, which Himeko is, the valuable Eidolon would be E2. Here, if you can get E2, she becomes really good. Now, to show the team that Himeko Nova is decent on, but before that, we need to show you this. This is a special effect. It activates when an ally uses an assist skill if the ally is from these applicable ones, if they're from the crew, right? The first one's Verdict. So when, let's say I'm using Sunday in the team and Sunday uses the assist skill via Himeko, I'll just go into this Verdict mode. I get a bunch of damage increase and ult damage increase as well, and I get to trigger free assist skills by using ultimate twice with the team. Decimation will require you to use some other characters, not Dan Heng, not Sunday. You'll need Welt or any of the March, or maybe say just Himeko. Trigger an assist skill with them. You actually get all allies crit damage buff and skill damage buff as well, and then you need to attack like 9 times to get the free assist skill. It sounds like a lot of jargon, but it's not that hard. I'll show you what it means. Just real quick though before we start. Listen, pulling for characters can be a train wreck like this one, which is why I'd like to introduce a website named Aniba. Aniba offers top-up services that I personally use in order to get the best top-up deals at the best price for the same top-ups that I already plan to purchase. You know I only use the trusted sources, which is perfect since Aniba complies with Hoyoverse's top-up service guidelines, and that's the biggest doubt removed. So to get all the hype new characters come in with Aniba, click my link in the description, select your region, purchase the bundle you'd like, enter yours or maybe even a friend's server and user ID, complete the purchase, and voila, your resources are in game, no fussy login required, zero hassle involved. You can even get exclusive cashback for your purchases that you can claim in your Aniba wallet for your next purchase, so it's just more money saved. If you're already planning on spending anyway, Aniba is honestly a good deal, and why not give it a look-see? And this actually helps me very much to afford food on the table, and I appreciate your support. Now then, back to the video. I'll immediately show you the Verdict mode for now. All you gotta know is Verdict mode is usually better for single target scenarios or scenarios where it's not just like multi-target. Decimation's better for pure fiction, right, with a lot of AoEs. This will be one of the best team for Himeko. I'll just jump into the fight mule now. So first of all, to activate Verdict mode, you need an ally from the crew. So we've got Dan Heng here being the ally, and the rest are generally just general buffers. Triby's a general buffer that's E1. Modern Axe Blade is a general buffer that can do damage, with also reducing the enemy defense, right? So this team will work in that regard. Hey, let's just jump in with the technique first. First of all, this technique, yeah, dang, it looks cool. We're gonna shoot them. What this technique does is that we're gonna enter the game by deploying my skill. This is her skill right there. It gets me energy. And on top of that, with Himeko's talent, we apply this territory, which is the map effect you see here. We're on a satellite right now. And now we have Modern Axe Blade's turn first. You'll see that there's this button here. That's the assist skill from Himeko. Any one of your allies can use it one time right now. Only one time though per Himeko turn later, right? So what we'll do here, we'll just use basic attack into the ultimate. We're gonna get all that build fire bind in, get all those debuffs in. We got Triby going in with the follow-up, and we still have not used our assist skill. Now we have Dan Heng. Dan Heng is part of the crew, and by using the assist skill right here with a character part of the crew, I'll actually get an extra turn. If I used it with Blade, it would take Blade's turn, and Blade wouldn't get to do anything. That's why you want at least one character from the crew. And by doing the assist skill, I attack the enemies, right, with the mech. That gives Himeko more energy, and it also buffs Himeko with the inverted companion protocol that I showed earlier in that unique screen, right? So now Himeko has damage that'll increase by 100% and ultimate damage that'll increase by additional 100%. And you'll notice as well, now there's a 0/2 charge on top of Himeko. That basically means this. Just check it out, right? We're gonna go with Danheng. Danheng has the ultimate. We're gonna queue it in. We use our ult. It gets 1/2. It gets to 1 out of 2. That means 1 out of 2 ultimates used to trigger a free assist skill. You'll only get to do this like free assist skill thing twice per ultimate. And yeah, let's just like focus back on the game. Thankfully, they hit the Tribi. So now we get to use another ultimate. The reason why Tribi and Blade is both good here is because they use their ults a lot. And in inverted mode, if you use an ult, you get 1 more charge. If you get 2 charges in inverted mode, you get a free assist skill here, and you get the ultimate just like that. Now I have enough energy for the ultimate. Let's just jump into that. Oh god, there's just so much intricacy, so try not to miss anything. Now we have this ultimate, but look at how cool this is. You can move around with it. I'm not controlling it. I think it just moves on its own. Yeah, I don't think you can input it. It'd be so cool if I could like run around the map with this, control it maybe. But if you look at the mech now, oh my, it looks like a Digimon, I swear to god. First of all, let's take a look at all the buffs she has, right? A Fire and Far Faring, this is from the talent. It just gives her buffs. We got Navigator, which is from the set. Sail, which I forgot where it's from. Yep, I'm doing this very professionally. We have Navigator Semaphore, which is from Himeko's skill, which gets you damage out increase. That's for the whole team as well. And you also recover 1 assist skill uses, which I'll show you later. And of course, now we have Source Energy. What Source Energy is, it's this 3/3 right here, right? And you'll notice there's 2 buttons here. The second one, this one has 6 hits. Every single 1 hit here will convert into 1 charge. And if you get 3 out of 3 charges, you get to use this E. This E is just a cannon attack. Boom, right there. It does good damage. And now you can't use the cannon anymore. What you do is use the slash attack, which is the Q. And then you can use the E again, but you want to go to 3 out of 3, then use the E for the most damage, which is why we just slash again. And look at the animation. How cool is that? Now we got 3 out of 3. We're gonna shoot with the cannon again. Check that damage out. It's getting higher and higher. We're gonna keep on doing it. And boom, we still have 3. We're gonna use the cannon, and we're gonna end with a final hit. We're doing 2.5 million damage just like that. Not too shabby, right? Now we got Himeko's own turn. You realize I can't use the skill here because the duration hasn't ended. What the skill does, which she deployed the skill the moment I used her technique and entered battle, right? The skill increases damage dealt by 20% and recovers 1 assist skill uses, which is why you always want to use that if available. If not, though, you get an assist skill here with Himeko herself. There's nothing else you can click on anyway. You're not going to just basic, so I guess you just use this, which does more damage if Himeko's the one that triggers it. Now, Himeko took a turn. That means you have an assist skill here again. This is for your allies, right? You only get 1 for your allies at E0 here. So with Tribi here, I want to focus on getting more energy to get her ultimate. So in fact, you know, I think I'll just use the skill here. And now we've got Blade. I can use the assist skill. If I use it, I don't get an extra turn because Blade is not from the crew. Or at least not yet, you know? I don't know. I just feel like Blade entering the crew would be the funniest, most random thing ever that Honkai Channel might just do. All right, now we got an Astral Express crew in Danheng. You almost always want to use the assist skill from Himeko, which for your allies, if you use it 1 time, the next ally don't just get a free one, right? You just use it once here. Boom. We get an extra turn because we're from the crew, and you can notice we can't use the ability anymore. It's only fair. It's only fair. Now we got Danheng. I want more energy. That's why I'm just gonna use the skill. I have a lot of skill points anyway, and that will be pretty much it for the idea here, right? You just want to keep getting the ultimate with Himeko, and now we got a turn again with Himeko because of the push from the MOC effect. If you get a turn, you can use her skill. Go and use that. If you can't use her skill, use her assist skill, which is considered as using her skill anyway, and you can gain an energy there. Check that out, right? And now I'm just gonna use my ultimate because Himeko's in verdict mode, and because she used her ultimate, you can see 2 dots here. Those are the free assist skill that she could trigger, the number of it for every 2 ultimates the team uses. So I'm gonna use 1 ult here, 1 out of 2 right there. Oh, it's so much technicalities. I'm trying to not miss anything, guys. All right, now we're coming into this. We're gonna use this. Might have been a mistake, but whatever. Yeah, it's a mistake for sure. I don't know, man. Whatever. This will be the second ult. We use 1 free assist skill here. We have 1 less charge now. It gets reset if I use my ultimate. I don't have to use my ult yet now, though, I don't think. So I'm just gonna use the E. I don't know. It's kind of a waste, you know, because Danheng's about to move. Yeah, you know what? I think this is what I have to do. I'm gonna go for the E first, and let's just use Himeko's ultimate here. So there we go. Bang. We're gonna get, you know, this This is so like out of the world. You just wouldn't expect this game to just pull up with this. Like what? Freaking Gundam, bro. By the way, at least for computer PC users, you could just spam spacebar and then it'll do all the perfect shots for you. You don't have to like, it's kind of like face right? You don't have to like manually do it. Just press spacebar and bam, we're doing a 1.9 million on a single target enemy, which is very good. Now again, with the crew, you want to use the assist skill, you can get an extra turn right after. So bam, we got an extra turn right after. We can use our ultimate. I will use exactly that. Let's go for the ultimate here and we're gonna wait for the boss to spawn its mobs first and then we use Blade's ult. All right, you're gonna attack Blade, which is fine. You're gonna control me like that. I'm just gonna get a turn like this, I guess. That means now Blade can use the ultimate. We're gonna go for that. That'll trigger Himeko's charge here, which is the free assist skill without any cost. So boom, Troll Blade's by your side. We do 800k. We have our own turn, no ultimates, no skill usable. So I guess we'll use the assist skill. Go for that. Bam, 1.2 mil done just like that. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a very convoluted explanation of the character. It's really simple though. You take a turn with her, you use whatever's glowing, and then with the allies, with the Trailblaze crew, you use the assist skill and then get an extra turn and then just play normally, right? There are some intricacies that I'm not mentioning that I'll try to mention without missing anything. Like, for example, I'll try to focus on that later, but when Danheng uses the assist skill actually grants some energy for the ally that triggered the assist skill. So Danheng actually gets some energy for that, which makes the whole team's energy economy actually pretty good. It's not a lot of energy though, but it definitely helps. Here we got Blade. I want to be careful to make sure I have ultimate coming into the end of the ultimate duration. Now we got Danheng, but yeah, notice the energy bar this time. We're gonna use the F. Bam, it goes up by a little bit there, thanks to Himeko. Now we got Danheng's own turn. We're gonna get more energy like this. We're gonna use the ultimate with the Tribi. Let's go for that, and then we're gonna queue in the ult from Himeko. Get me some damage output, baby. How much are we doing? This is like what, 5 enemies? This is where she excels in, I would say, more towards like multi-target scenarios to do a lot of damage. Look at that. Oh my gosh, this is probably like 3 million now. Yeah, 3.1 million, man. Himeko. Oh my gosh, this ain't the final lesson. Let this just be the first period, man. I cannot take it if she dies. All right, now she's got her own turn. Let's go for the assist skill. Attack with the mech, and now we got the Blade. We're gonna save up the ultimate. He's about to end his duration after all. I don't want to mess this up. Here we go. We're gonna use our ultimate. But by the way, if you want to use a team like this, your Danheng PT does need to have his own light cone, his own signature, because that way you can still heal up. This team doesn't actually work that well. But I'll talk about some other teams that you can do later though. There are definitely a lot of other teams available as options. All right, now we got Himeko. We can use the skill. I want the navigator buff, so let's go ahead and get that. I cannot use the assist skill with herself though. She wouldn't take the extra turn, at least last I checked she didn't. All right, so here comes the attack. I'm gonna use the ult here with Danheng because I can. Now we got the Blade and the Tribi. I think Himeko won't get the ult yet, but after that, I'm hoping all the buck dies. I need to do more damage here. Bam, and come on. All right, this will definitely kill the bucks. We get enough for the ult as well with Himeko. Let me think about it. What's smarter? I need some skill points now, I think. So I pray I kill this bot, I guess. Get the bot. I do kill pretty much all the bots thanks to that. What the hell? I mean, the mobs. Wow, that's so good. That means you're fully vulnerable. You can eat all this Gundam can bring. Stab your massive, girthy, glowing light stick into him. This is such a brutal animation. Like, you're putting the enemy on a satellite and then doing that legit orbital nuke, dude. By using the ult, we have refreshed the 2 charges of free assist skill that we can use. So now we can use the ult with the team. My team is filled with characters who can use a lot of ult, so triggering the free assist skill, getting some energy there. Now we got Tribi again with another ultimate with dance, pushing everybody up as well. One more ultimate, we get another free assist skill. It looks good, but it's kind of limiting where if you don't have enough ults, you're kind of stuck with like, you know, one more charge. Ideally, I can just get it to use, but it's really hard to guarantee that you use it fully every time before Himeko takes a turn, especially in this week's MOC, because it actually advances her. But every time she takes a turn though, she gets a free assist skill usage here, which is always nice. Now we got Danheng again. We're gonna use this assist skill again and getting more energy again. I'm gonna use 1 skill point. Bam. This looks to be a 3 cycle clear, which for Starward mode, 2 to 3 cycle clear, I would say is, you know, pretty much the standard of newer characters, especially ones that hasn't have their own specific team yet. This Himeko team is using like a lot of the older characters and mostly still general characters. None of them are specifically aiding Himeko per se, right? They're good. They're just not helping Himeko per se. They just help everybody. So there's a chance in the future that specific characters that help Himeko gets released should be way better. I just realized how much of a messing up I've done. Oh no. Blade is out of energy. Oh darn it. don't think I can do anything about it. I can only use Q, but then, I mean, I guess he still has Balefire Bind, I'm pretty sure. We're gonna use this. I'll get the ult with Himeko. I'm gonna use the ult here, and for the first time, I think I'm using... Oh, wait, never mind. Yeah, everything's normal here. 18% HP left. Let's see this damage output, man. It should be a lot. You're broken and everything, right? And I'm hoping at least we get rid of 10%. I think we should be able to. Come on now, bam. Okay, more than enough. 2.6 million on one enemy is really good. Now then, let's go for this. Himeko will go in with the assist skill. I think that's the kill. It should be. And, come on. All right, it's a matter of time. That's a matter of time. 1%, of course. All right, you pushed up the Himeko Nova. I'll have her bring you the final lesson. All right, this is the final action, rather. But there's no point in me using skill anymore. I'm just gonna end it with the mech. Boom, got him. All right, so that was a pretty clean destruction of them. I will say this team isn't exactly fully synergistical because you are lacking a healer from the Astro Express. If there is a healer from the Astro Express, though, then Blade could fully function here and it'd be good. But I don't even think Blade and Trivi is like designed to help Himeko specifically. They just help everybody, which is why you see 3 Psychos used. I do think like premier top teams with like full-fledged, fully specific teammates helping only the character designed for them, they should be able to get like 2 or maybe 1 cycle clears, which is why I'll say this. Himeko Nova is not going to be the one that just changes the meta and breaks the whole game. This is what I said in the Should You Pull video as well. She's not at that level yet. It's still mainly because I look at her teams, right? The team criteria is honestly pretty loose to begin with because all you need is at least 1 character from the crew. So Sunday works, Dan Heng works, right? And the other just needs to be a general character. It's not even like specifically helping assist skill or helping Himeko do specifically better. They just help Himeko's like stats. That's it, right? Of course, Trailblazer herself with Remembrance Map can still help. A general character like Cyril Wolf in this slot can also help if you don't have like someone like Blade. Dan Heng can be swapped with like any healers, even say a sustain one for Decimation. Well, I would love to showcase Decimation, but it'll be for another video. This team, at least the one they're looking at right now, incredible in Pure Fiction, which I'll show you like in the next video. I'll should be able to post it tomorrow. But most of the time, you'll be using Verdict though in MOC. There's even Evernight as an option for team allies. There's Hyacinth that you can use as the general character if you already have 1 crew. So there is a lot of options as long as you have 1 Astro Express crew in the team. Now I'll refresh your mind again. The reason why you want that crew is if you don't have the crew and all of your allies is not from the crew and you use their assist skill, you cannot get Verdict, you cannot get Decimation. Only characters like these listed here activate assist skill with them and then your Himeko goes into Verdict or Decimation mode. If you use 2 of the different characters of Verdict and Decimation in the same team, then the character that uses the assist skill most recently will allow Himeko to go into the corresponding mode, right? If it's too confusing, you don't have to worry about it. It's not important. But overall, is Himeko Nova strong? Right now, strong, but not meta defining. In the future, when she maybe gets more characters that really helps him, and especially since, you know, we know the Express crew, they will eventually get more and more versions. So this Trace, it only gets stronger in the future. Plus, if any one of these characters get a buff, you might see Himeko Nova suddenly being good, right? But otherwise though, as long as you have 1 Express crew plus a general debuff or a buffer plus a healer, you're good. Your Himeko team's done, which is why I think she's really good for a quick team that you get ready and you know they can at least beat anything you need as a 3rd team, and still has potential upside to be the team that carries your whole account, especially in the future when the Ceredra equivalent to Final gets released for Himeko, right? Well, in any case, that's all for today. I think she's a worthy pull for people that are looking for someone like this. Not exactly a must, especially right now though, and definitely not exactly a must for people that just want to pull the strongest stuff. She does get significantly better with E2 though. It's not even close. Like this makes her cracked as all hell, but so is a lot of other E2 characters, right? E2 is usually the one that really makes someone really good. But that'll be all for today. There's a lot more new characters, a lot more teams I'd love to show, and yep, we'll be posting all of that in the channel. So do drop me a follow. That'll be all. Take care.